Hi guys, this is Jazz, aka Trend Trader for you. Just turn it off. So what I'm going to do is, I think that's enough volume. So what I'm going to do is basically, as you can see, Dow 30 stocks classification and trend analysis. Okay, I'm going to go into detail about not just more of a trends or analysis. I'm going to take a step forward and actually talking about how are these stocks in here and how are they classified. Okay, and we can all do analysis, right? But if we do the right analysis for each sector or each industry and follow those particular stocks that fall into that industry, it makes our analysis even stronger, right? So what I'm going to do is I have listed out all these stocks right here in a Word file, okay, Dow 30 stocks classification, and I'll go over each one of them and then I'll show you how I classified them. Okay, color coded. For instance, Apple is a technology stock, right? So it falls in XLK. And if you haven't seen my sector rotation analysis, where I talk about how S&P 500 is divided into 9 sectors, I think that's one thing that you should watch, and hopefully you'll understand how the stocks from S&P 500 are divided into 9 sectors. 9 sectors meaning XLK, financials, right? Technology, financials, industry, energy, XLB, materials, and so on and on and on. And that is what Dow is, okay? So all these stocks that you see, these are divided into different sectors, and I'll go over them as I go over the analysis. So let's do this. First of all, what I did is copied all this list onto my Word file, okay, and I classified, for instance, Apple is a technology stock, and I classified in my Word file. And like I said, it's not more. This presentation is not more of a what you call trend analysis. Rather, it's about how to move these stocks along with when you do your analysis, and how to accurately point them out as you take these setups, okay, long or short. And you can see, okay, if Apple's in technology, what else falls in technology, okay? And then you can go long at the same time in other technology stocks. Does that make sense? So it's not just about calling out trades, okay? It's about learning the right way to trade. So I'm not going to go into the weekly analysis because I'm going over 30 stocks, okay? I usually don't do the whole analysis for that many stocks. I leave it for the paid members, but I will go over in the daily chart to somewhat of my extent, okay? So I'm just going to make this a little bigger. Babies are sleeping, so it should be smooth ride. And I'm going to turn this off so you can concentrate more on the text, more on the screen than the text. Apple. So Apple's a technology stock, right? I'm just going to review a little bit of trend, okay? Above 200A, above 50, and above 20. Apple came out with the earnings today. I believe it's around 134.38, 134.39. So it's up a couple bucks up there, okay? And so it'll be making all-time high. Depends on how it opens tomorrow. The trend is up, okay? That's your daily chart on it. And there's support on here I see is around, this area and this area. So if it comes back in here, yeah, gives you some kind of opportunity, that's a good for somewhat of a swing trade. Okay, again, there are a lot of support areas within this, so you can drop down into 4 hourly time frame, right? You can go down into an hourly time frame. For instance, there's a gap fill here, okay? So watch out for this gap area. If the price comes back here, look for some reversal to go long, okay? That's one of the trades you can set up, and this could actually turn into a swing trade. But I'm just, like I said, I'm just pointing out some trade setups where you can possibly see if the price were to come here, this would be a good setup to go long, okay? So that's just Apple. Next one is AXP. So I color coded them, that way it's easier for you guys to, and I have something at the end for you guys too. So AXP is XLF. AXP is your American Express. Obviously, the sun is hitting right into my eyes. I have this big window and I can barely see the screen. Guys, it's sunny California, probably like 70 degrees. We actually have the air conditioner on. You know, just blessed to be in here. Okay, so your AXP is beautiful downtrend, right? Below, don't worry about these alerts. These are just there. So the price is below your 200-day SMA. Okay, price is below your 50 and your 20. Just one more minute, guys. Just want to make sure everything's turned off so it doesn't interrupt with our speed. So XLP, give me 1 minute. I'm just gonna shut the blinds really quick. Okay. All right, much better. Okay, I'm broadcasting. Yes, actually I could record that too. I didn't know that. So AXP, guys, beautiful, nice downtrend, lower highs, lower lows. It's kind of somewhat of basing in this area. Again, I'm just doing a daily analysis. You have to go into the weekly to see what exactly is happening in the weekly, but you know, that's gonna take too much of my time to do the whole analysis. So basing in here, watch above this area 78, 73 for possible push to the upside, and watch below this area 76, 46 to see another push to the downside. Okay, again, there are multiple opportunities within for day trading within this setup right here. You can go down into 1 hour time frame and try to find, you can draw some trend lines. So you can draw a couple trend lines to see what works, what doesn't work, right? So you have somewhat of a, we call it somewhat of a symmetrical triangle, right? So if it breaks out of here, there's more to it, guys. There's a lot more to it rather than just trend. I'm not a trend line trader. I go right into the price action. So if you're a trend line trader, more power to you. But I feel like trend lines are used just as guide, basically strictly as guides. But I can't trade off them. I have to have more of a confirmation within from the price action of the chart. So that's what I'm looking at in an hourly. So see if possible another push above 77.62 to test this trend line and possibly put another high above this to continue the down uptrend. But there's a short in here. This area could could offer a decent short. Okay, right around here, price comes back in here, see if there's a pullback and you have a reversal to the downside. Okay, so that's just AXP. Again, we're talking about what XLF, right? Let's go into BA. BA is your industrial. So again, nice little, okay, just draw a couple trend lines here, a couple trend lines here, and in our Facebook group I teach the members on exactly how to tackle the trades by using few of the tools, which are support and resistance, trend analysis, and candlesticks, which will at once they're all put together, they give you a solid foundation of trading. Okay, and that's all you need. You don't need anything else. And once you follow that over and over, it becomes a habit of following the same setup. Either it's long or short, but you have to define, you have to know your stops, you have to know your exits, you have to know your entry. You have to predefine all that rather than just, hey, I'm going long here. You need to define where your stop is. You need to definitely define where your targets are. You can't be going long at a place where your resistance is right up there or your target is right above there. That doesn't make you a better trader, right? Because you gotta define all that prior taking the trade. So somewhat of a again symmetrical triangle on here, price above 200-day, below these averages. So possible in a smaller chart you can look for going to short actually. Okay, and the earnings are out of the way. Let me just slightly go back into the hourly. Look around this area. Okay, look here for somewhat of a shorting opportunity around this area. And if you want to take the long, um, nearest long I see is right around here. Okay, so right around this area. So if you see price comes down here, possibly could be testing your uh, 200 SMA 2. Remember, okay, these are just setups that I see right now. Price might not never get here, right? But when you have 5,000 stocks to look at, all you have to do is put some alerts in here, right? All you have to do is right click and say create alert. Okay, uh, look for reversal and bounce. Okay, so simple alerts, that's all you have to do. And if I get alerted anytime, right, it could be next week, could be next month, next year, whenever it is, I'll be ready for it, right? That's the way to play it off. For instance, I'll show you just real quick. Okay, VLTC. Okay, this is a massive trade. Capitulation actually was totally followed by manipulation, the followed by capitulation. Or if you're a novice or beginner, you don't want to be in these trades. Okay, these are advanced traders. It goes from 21 to 9, and people are still holding from here. From somebody announced in their I don't know, their chat room, or their put some kind of alert out, and somebody got stuck in there. Okay, I hate to announce stuff like that, and if I do, I really make sure that people are careful, whoever is trading it. All that being said, we saw a beautiful setup in here today, and the trade was called. Okay, just go back into so the trade was called today right around this area, long about 974, stop here, and the target was given around 1033. That was target was met on there. And I also had a call on StockTwits, buy and set forget at 916. And if you know what we do in a chat room, if this move had happened, I'm going to take that off. Okay, I'm going to take the initial call of where I said buy 924, only because I was waiting for the move to come down. I was okay to catch the falling knife right around here, but not after this move, not after where it went up, went sideways, and slowly drifting down. That's not the way I wanted to see. I wanted to catch the falling knife with a lot of fear from other people and a lot of greed, but at the same time, that area could have been a trade. But instead, price didn't bounce. We took a price didn't come to 924. Instead, we took a trade above, which worked out fine. So a bunch of calls today. One stop up, bunch of winners. And so, am I going to take the same trade? No, I'm not going to take the same trade. I'm going to wait for the better setup. So that's how you adapt to the change, not just basically, say, okay, I'm going to get in and take the trade. Okay. Via Caterpillar, okay. Okay, BA, Caterpillar again, XLIs, what is that? Industrial. Beautiful kind of a basing pattern here, okay. And again, you can go in there, start drawing your trend lines or whatever you have to do to keep you in the trade. But there was a pattern in here that have right above, right around here, that said, okay, it's okay to go long. In fact, I do see somewhat of a actually, there was a shorting opportunity in here, but this is an area where, that's probably why I have the line in there, to look for a short in here and possible long around this area. Okay, if you look, you have your 50 and 20 also right around this area, and your price is below 200 days. So big institutions are trying to short it with every opportunity they're getting. Okay, they will not probably get into this or start accumulating till the price is triggering or closing above the 200-day SMA. That's how market works. It's a big buy or sell kind of indicator for them. Okay, they look at it very carefully, your 200-day SMA in your daily chart. So these are the couple setups in here. Let's see if we get a bounce two in here for the short, or get a bounce in here for the long. And this, if the price comes back in here, it doesn't have to be a swing trade. Okay, it could only be a day trade, could last only for 15 minutes to an hour, and you could be done with that. Okay, but what we do, we pick out the best setups as possible and we tackle them. If we do see a reversal, we take that, or we call the trade. If we don't see a reversal, we stay on the sidelines, we look at something else. So Caterpillar, Cisco is obviously your tech company. uh, Somewhat of a uptrend in here, right? If you look at a weekly, it's uptrend. Okay, weekly is obviously an uptrend. So in your daily, you're seeing a lower high being put in below this one, right? But what am I looking at right now is recent uh, trend being an uptrend. This was a place to go short at, okay, and in fact it's working. But you become a trader, you become a better trader once you start looking at the charts and analyzing it on a regular basis, and starting to ask questions to yourself. Okay, why do I need to go short when the recent trend is up, right? Although I'm looking at a resistance area, but I need to see some kind of major reversal put in, then I'll see. Okay, and top of that, you need to know your risk, right? You need to know your targets, you need to know your entry. So once you have all that figured out, then you can say, okay, this looks good for a short with the minimal risk and the highest reward. But if you don't see that setup right now, I don't see that setup happening. And if it does, that's fine. I don't control the market. If it goes down from here, good deal. If it doesn't go down, and if I can point out some areas where to go long at, since the recent trend is up. If you look at the hourly, right, there's a couple areas where you can see a bounce out of here. Okay, and keep an eye on this gap fill. There's a gap in here, and trying to see around this area too, okay, which is right below this one. But as far as we could have a, yeah, I'd wait. Actually, if you look at this little flaggy pattern right around here, okay, if you see a break above this area, I would say break above 29.06 possible long with a stop below 28.65. Okay, or you could have a pullback in this area, then look for a reversal for the long side. Hopefully that makes sense. Again, we're targeting daily, okay, only daily I'm looking at, and then you can, based on daily, you can go down into smaller time frames to look for any more entries that you can find. So Cisco is what? Cisco is your XLK. So CVX, Chevron is your energy stock, right? And energy is just booming lately, right? UWTI, crude oil, just been on major nice short-term uptrend, but it's working out pretty nice. So you see somewhat of a flag in here, right? Somewhat a flag in here, and let's see if it has another push up to the upside, right? If you look up, oops, got the wrong one. Okay, so you have somewhat of a flaggy pattern in your possible bounce out of here to retest this area. So retest this area right here, okay, and you have a little bit of trap in here, but the closest resistance I see is around this area, okay, that, and then just way up there. So it has to cross above this and this to look for a reversal. Although that being said, I would rather look for long opportunities, and if price comes down around this area, that's a good long opportunity. And also you have your 20 and 50 right around there too, so could give a possible long opportunity if it drops here. Okay, earnings are up really soon, 5-1, which is actually coming up next week, so you got to be careful in that. Okay, the CVS, DD, DD is what sector? XLB is your what is XLB? Your basic XL materials, right? So it had a good move up, possibly from the earnings. In fact, actually, this is looking like somewhat of a short in here. Okay, looking like a short. There's a little gap in here too, but watch for a reversal. Earnings were probably good, as I could see, 1.34. So keep an eye on it. Was earnings today 74? No, it was probably that day right here. But if you go short, where would I go long? See, it's bouncing off the 200-day SMA. Let me just go back into, this is where I would look, and let's go back and see how does that look like in a 4-hourly. Beautiful right here, guys. This is a beautiful area where you can go long at. Okay, see if I see any more areas. Yes, this is a good area to go long at. Okay, so keep an eye on this DD. So you can put your alerts on there. In fact, I'm gonna put my alert on there. Okay. Okay, so let's see if that works out. DD, then you have your Disney. I don't know why this system slows down. TOS sometimes it's just even on my desktop I'm using paper account, maybe might be loading a little bit slow. Okay, anyway, so Disney, right? It's a bunch of alerts on here. I do a lot of analysis for my members. They ask me, okay, hey, can you look at this, can you look at that, and I don't mind doing that. So this is a beautiful setup right here, which in fact who knows when the price is going to come here. But right now, as for right now, this is the setup I look. And beautiful uptrend above all the SMAs, right? These are the stocks. Again, if you can find stocks like these, right, and you don't have to trade stocks that are in a downtrend, you don't have to go long on those. Why stress extra when you already have something in an uptrend? All you have to do is look for a pullback. Just by a simple alert, put an alert on, right? All you gotta do is, okay, go in there, put alert, and just say look for long. Okay, and let it do it work. I have over 1,000 alerts set up on my system, and when I get them, I get them. If I don't get them, that's fine. There's a bunch of other stuff that's going. There's gappers, everyday morning gappers. I'm a day trader, so I concentrate on a lot of gappers. If there's a swing trade setting up, I'll get an alert once a while, and if that works out, good. If it doesn't work out, that's fine. Today's action was a little bit of bearish on it. Okay, I'm trying to see. Looking at a weekly, even right here, right? The weekly is a pullback. If this area, I like this area, guys. 108, 38. Let's see how that works out. Come on, strong with you, system. Anyway, so let's look at GE. So GE is your so Disney, right? It was what your XLY, okay? Then you have your XLI, then you have your XLF again. So as you could see, what I'm doing here, I'm color coding all the XLK, which your technology with red color, right? Your financials with your kind of like green color, okay? Then you have your XLP, XLV, XLY, consumer staples. Consumer discretionary, I'm labeling it as just the XLY, and you can see, and you can put them all together then, right? So going back in here, your GE, obviously nice uptrend, right? Nice uptrend. There's a gap that we fill in here. Look for this area, okay? If the price comes back in here for possible long, price above a lot of all these SMAs. Right now, it's forming somewhat of a, kind of like a pennant formation or bear flag or whatever you want to call. I don't concentrate too much on the pattern itself. What I concentrate mostly is on, let me change this to default. Oops, off. Okay, mostly what I concentrate is on the price action, and if the chart pattern is there, hey, more big, more power to my trade, right? So possible look above, right around this area, 2708, with a stop below 2650 for a possible move up, or we're gonna wait for I'd rather, since it was an earnings play, probably with a big gap up on here. Actually, it was, I don't know what the gap was about, but earnings were right around here. So I don't know, maybe some buyout or something. Not sure about that, but possible. If I want to go long in it, right, I'd rather wait for this area or somewhere around gap fill area rather than just going long. If it comes down here, I'm not going to go long unless I see some kind of reversal. I wanted for price to come down in decent area where I think the big institutions will be participating, right? Short below this, I don't know if I want to short a gap up. Okay, you can. I would have shorted maybe in a smaller time frame, and actually let's just see if it come on. Okay, in a shorter time frame, uh, possible maybe break below this 2674 area, okay, to the short side. And in fact, there's a little bit of a gap fill support area right around here, 2583. So we'll see how that works out. Okay, not putting alerts on it because GE is a slow mover, not a day trader for me. Then you have Goldman. Goldman actually, oh, I was looking at daily chart. Let's look at daily chart. Goldman actually kind of like this setup for a short side, even though we're in an uptrend. But this bearish pressure right here, yes, look for a short below this area, okay, and possible you can cover right around this area, or look to go long around this since the trend is up. So either way you want to go up, and there's a way to lower your risk on here by going into the smaller time frame and defining your risk above that. But for based on this setup, I would have my stop above this little base here. Okay, again, you can go into smaller time frame to see exactly where you can put the stop. Goldman, and next one again, Goldman is what your XLF. Then you have HD. HD definitely looking like a bearish too. Look at break of this lower highs and lower lows. Bunch of traps in here. Like this area for long right here. Okay. And see, possible could have a possible bounce from this area. To short it, again, gotta have to go into smaller time frame for day trading opportunities to short. And actually I like this area. Okay, so if price comes back, retraces here, you can look for a short little trap up here, and that's all I see for in this one for now. So we'll see how that works out. So look around to short in here, and look for long around this area. Again, it all depends on how the trade sets up at that point. 3-minute, 15-minute, 30-minute, and we'll pull the trigger based on that. Obviously, if you're looking for a swing trade, you're looking at a little bigger time frame to go long, maybe 1 hour or maybe 4-hour time frame. Okay, then you have IBM. IBM is beautiful. Actually, the earnings came out, just popped up. Is basing again possible, guys. This is setting up possibly for a long right now. Look at this nice little pattern. Okay, possible long here above this area to fill this gap. So you have a nice target on here, and you have a pullback if the price comes back and comes to test this area. Okay, look for a somewhat of a reversal in here to go long. I really like this one. I'm going to put a alert on here. Okay, again, I'm just giving you very basic brief kind of overview trend analysis. I go into much more detail, and I provide more reasoning why I'm thinking about going long in here. Okay, this is what I do for the paid members every day. We do a pre-market analysis every single day for SPY, and I actually have a 1-week trial going on right now. I'll talk about that in a few minutes. Intel is looking nice for a swing, guys. This is looking a nice little flag, right? See that beautiful flag? The break above this area could possibly retest this area right here. Then you have next target this gap fill. I'm not going to go in detail, but the way to manage is trade management plays a huge role. Okay, number one for me is a stop. Okay, where my stop is, and obviously number two is managing the trade, how you manage the trade, and how you're taking profit as it goes, and just taking a little bit off. You need to protect yourself as fast as possible. So that's what I will be talking about to the members when I say, okay, this is how we're going to take this, this is how we're going to manage it. Okay, that's Intel. So again, Intel is what? Intel is your okay. Intel, yes, your energy, I'm sorry, your technology sector, right? Then you have your J&J is your healthcare. Just sideways. This is not this, you don't want to trade this kind of stuff, okay? This is let it break out of one way or the another, okay? The way let me look at the weekly. uh, Possible, I guess the way it looks like, looks bearish to me, but still somewhat an uptrend, but looks bearish to me. Again, all these other factors or other places where you can go long, they're in weekly too, but I'm just completely looking at the daily. Yes, it looks like a I don't even know, it's so Vicky that I can't even draw my trend lines on here. You know, I don't know. Okay, maybe this right here, right? This setup. But I won't trade it. Why? Only because there's so much other stuff, right? Why trade something when you have so much other stuff lined up? It is above 50, actually testing 50 and 20, above 200A. I'll look for a short in here if it's possible in a smaller time frame. Okay, JP Morgan is your XLF. Again, this is also seems like breaking out to the downside, but it is above all these SMAs. I'll look for long. Again, it's you treat the trend, okay? Treat the trend. When you have a trend which is going up, keep on taking trades at a decent areas to go long, okay? If you want to go short, you definitely can't. As day trading, it really doesn't matter, right? If you have a great setup in an hourly, looks like a good short, take that, and as long as you know your stop, as long as you know your targets, take that. But if you're thinking of taking some swing trades and you're trying to fight against the trend, don't fight. Let the chart come to you, let the price come to you and say, you know what, I'm ready to go long in this area based on reversal. And then, you know, let your alerts work, right? Let your alerts work that, hey, the price is here, what do you want to do at this point? Are you going to wait? Are the earnings there? Or some kind of catalyst is coming up where it could either push the price up, push the price down. But the one thing that you know is your risk is already defined, right? So I'm just going to put the alert here, look for, okay, just simple alerts, guys. That's all we work. And again, you can do this whole analysis in the weekly, then jump it on the daily, then go in the smaller time frame. But I'm just going to go over just few of the mostly the classification of the stocks in a minute. Okay, Coca-Cola, putting somewhat of a okay, if you see, look, not somewhat of a channel, side channel, not too interesting. You can go down the smaller time frame and see if it offers a better opportunity to go long. 1, 2, 3, 4 days in a row. Let's see if in a smaller time frame. Don't see nothing much. Possibly it's a gap fill area long out of here, but just so choppy, you know, I wouldn't trade this. Just, you know, look at all the wicks on it, right? You don't want to trade something like this. So just pass. Go back to the daily. Then you have your MCD, McDonald. Okay, this analysis, one of the members, they were short on it. Okay, they did an analysis on it. They're like, okay, we're going short, and I made a video on it, 6-minute video yesterday over the weekend. I added because they were talking about it, but and I said, you know what? It actually, the way it looks like, which today didn't happen. It happened today, and I said it actually looks like more of a long. On the earnings, bounced up, it gapped down, right? Then it retraced back to the resistance area and possibly look for a breakout. But I also said keep an eye on. Okay, I talked about how it was important to keep an eye on this area right there. Let me just delete this real quick. And okay, that was Friday, right? And I talked about how it was a beautiful flag was happening. Okay, if you see, that's a nice little flagpole. The flag, you can look at it in an hourly time frame, right? Beautiful flag. You can actually go down into the 15-minute flag. Not so much of a beautiful flag, but the time frame you trade, that's where that's the place your stops and your entries and exits should be derived from. Don't go back jumping back and forth. Okay, if you're trading the time frame in hourly, stick by it. Don't go back in a 3-minute, say, you know what, oh, there's another flag happening, If you want to take that, that's a 3-minute trade. Do not just, cause confusion, cause frustration. So this was a beautiful flag, as you could see, and I had said if it breaks above, that's an entry, okay? But as if it breaks below this bull flag, that could be a possible short entry, right? And in fact it did. Would I traded that? I would have stayed with the long side, okay? And in fact there was an area here for possible support, as you could see, but never got a bounce out of it, with the SPY today being just selling off all day, just completely lower highs, lower lows. Never gave that entry, but that short below this failure of this bull flag, that worked beautifully. Look at the 1 hour, even the 30-minute, right? Each candle is just putting lower high. It's a beautiful trade. There's no brainer trade on it on the low, on the downside. So that was your McDonald's. It is McDonald. Where is that? MCD, XLY, consumer discretionary, MM. Oh, but this is setting up a beautiful short, guys. This is gap down. Look below this area, guys. Okay, look below, sell alert. Okay, look too short. Could offer a nice opportunity tomorrow for the day trade. The U200 SM is right there, and if you also notice, there is a little bit of gap in here, along with there is some kind of support right around here too. So keep an eye. This would be a target, okay, if you go short on it, and your stop would ideally be above here, but there's actually gap in here. So if price retraces back, could offer another shorting opportunity in this area. Price below both SMAs rolling over, and retest of this 200 SMA could be your potential target, okay. MMM was your XLB materials, right? MRK is your healthcare, sideways, just like J&J, right? Just like J&J. So not going to do anything with that. Microsoft, huge gap up, coming to somewhat of a resistance around this area, okay. So but it's a gap up, okay. This gap is definitely created by the big institutions. It's not created by me, you, or my whole chat room together. It's created by the big institutions. They're going to possibly retest this highs in here before it does anything. The trend is obviously up, okay. You look at the smaller time frame, look for minor support areas to go along in here. NKE, Nike is your XLY. Nike kind of looking interesting, okay. Put an alert right around here, right above 102 area, okay. Break above here could give long, okay. Break above this area, and it's been consolidating in here, and we can define where this stop could go after we see a setup in here, right. Also at the same time, look for this support in here, okay. You can put an alert right around here, and then there's a bunch of them down there, okay. Pfizer, not a day trader, okay. Doesn't move that fast as I wanted to move. Pfizer actually, when I say XL, it's XLV, guys. This is same as J&J, okay. Okay, this is XLV, and possibly another breakdown to the downside on it. Still a higher, still an uptrend though, so we'll see how that works out. Okay, PG, again, they're not day traders, it's not worth wasting your time on them, right? You can put alerts for a swing, but just keep on trading the direction. PG's XLP, or consumer staples, right? Consumer staples, the stuff you have to survive on, the food, the water, the cereal, you name it. These are the daily things that you need to survive, right? The earnings, when was the earnings on this one? Dividend earnings, 423. So earnings came out. Why is it not coming up? 78. Okay, actually this looks like a, watch out of this little trap in here. Okay, look for possible somewhat of a, support to hold up right around here. In fact, I like this one. Okay, Procter and Gamble. These are the look for bounce, but in downtrend. Okay, this is definitely downtrend, but possible bounce out of here. We'll see how that works out. Could offer actually if it goes above this area, possible shorting, and you can go into smaller time frame to look for shorting opportunities in here. Okay. Then you had TRV is I believe TRV is XLF, yes. Travelers, right? Okay, guys, give me one more minute. Alright guys, so TRV, sorry my daughter woke up. So TRV looks good right around here, okay? Once it comes down here, possible look for some kind of a long opportunity, okay? Then you have your United Healthcare, again your XLV, your healthcare. Um, it looks like healthcare is rolling over, okay? Keep an eye on your healthcare stocks for possible shorting opportunities, okay? And in here look for shorting offer within this candle, within today's price action. Look for smaller support areas, and this is an area where you can possibly look for some kind of retracement to see a pullback, okay, for the upside. So got a nice room to go to the downside on it. UTX, defense sector, United Technologies, what is that, your aircraft and defense, right? Your daily, uh, again, nice downtrend in it. Look for possible below this area, okay, in fact even below this area 115.61 to see more continuation to the downside to test 112.16. Support I see is not a great, let me see the weekly chart on it. In fact, yeah, I don't see anything till 109.60 area. Okay, so 109.60, yeah, it kind of falls around here. So you can put your alert here in this area to look for some kind of a long opportunities there. What else? Your V is Visa. Nice, looks like a nice little flag, but it's basically the pattern that you're seeing right now, candlestick. This is a bearish engulfing the prior days or few prior days candles. Possible. See, you gotta stuff like this. You have to go in the smaller time frame to see if there are opportunities to go. There was an opportunity in here to go short, which that worked. In fact, you might see a little pop from here. So keep an eye on this. Put your alert here. Okay, there's a gap in here, but this gap gotta have some kind of response. So possible look for a reversal in here if you want to short it. Go back into even smaller time frame, 15-minute. Yes, below this, guys, below could be a nice opportunity in here. Okay, So below this is you could see some kind of shorting opportunity offering a low risk reward too, low risk trade with the stop around here with short below and possible to cover this fill this gap right here. Okay. Then you have your, again, this is your VXLF, VZ is XLK, VZ, XLK. Oh, it's breaking out, guys. This is a definitely a, I would even say it's a long as we speak. Okay, this is a long as we speak, and you're gonna have to work out your where your stop is, where your obviously targets are right around here. Okay, that's your target right here and right here. Okay, that's your target. Oops. You can go down smaller time frame to see if there's any kind of a stops that places you can use as stop. Kind of ascending triangle, right? Same highs, higher lows. Let's just do it real quick and see. Yes, there's a, if you go long around here, you can put your stop right below this area. Or if the price comes back, you can look for some kind of retracement and pullback and to look to get on board for another move up from here. Okay. Kind of wicky though, I don't know why. So anyway, so keep an eye on it. Okay, you can even go on a smaller time frame to see. Yeah, this area looks good right here, 49.63 to 49.44 if you want to go long, or if you do go long, break above 50.34, you can put your stop right around there. This could turn into a nice swing trade, guys. So yeah, you definitely keep an eye on it. I like this one. Then you have WMT. Walmart bounced off of a somewhat of a, actually I like this as a support right here. Okay, hit this as support. It actually came very close to it. Okay, there's a couple traps in here. That's a gap trap which didn't work out. In fact, actually it never gave the reversal, right? Even if you have stocks coming down in an area where you expect them to bounce, you still have to wait for the reversal. Okay? You don't just blindly say, you know, I'm going to take the trade. You have to go in there and say, you know what, let's wait for the right reversal. Trap here, that's a nice trap in here again, and price bounced out of that. Clearly a downtrend though. Okay, so clearly a downtrend. Okay, retest this line today. Looks like a somewhat of a shooting star with a small little wick below. So this could actually offer a shorting opportunity below 79.80. I'm going to put the alert here. Okay, day trade. You can day trade out of a swing trade setup. That's fine. Okay, I can only type with one finger now. Shorting up. Okay, and look for short below here, possible stop above this area, and also look your prices below. It tested your 200A and your what is that, 20, and your above is your 52 as a resistance. But there's more to it. You don't just go by off the SMAs to see, oh okay, it's touching this, you know, touching the 60-minute 60 SMA in the way, and hourly, let's go short, let's go short. No, you gotta go beyond that. You gotta act smart and say, okay, this is coming to an area where I think technically the price will more likely go down. Then you go into try to find out some reversal areas, right? Hi there, Ricardo. Hey, if you have any questions, just tap it out in there, okay? Just doing the whole analysis. More than analysis, I'm classifying the Dow 30 stocks, and I'll put something in the at the end, which a lot of you guys will like. Okay, so that was your, what was that? Your Walmart, right? That was your Walmart. So keep an eye on it and let it come to this area. If it does, this is a much better area for to see some kind of bounce out of here. Okay. Again, can you go into smaller time frame and trade day trade? Yes, you can trade day trades out of it, but you have to just make sure that if you do go take a day trade, you have to redefine your loss, redefine your targets, and obviously your entry needs to be redefined too. But tackle each time frame by itself. Don't just go on to daily and say, okay, weekly it's looking short. I'm going to go long in the daily, or but not even look at the weekly chart. Okay, so stick to your analysis. Okay, always have the top-down kind of approach, and I go over that the top-down approach in the member area section, or for the members, where we talk about exactly how to tackle a setup, okay, based on what time frame it's at, and based on how you can use smaller time frames to get in that setup. So that's that. The last one is the Exxonmobil. Again, the energy stocks are looking strong, guys. Energy stocks are a lot of people said the price is going down to $30 a barrel, and people who acted on the chart based on the chart, they stayed strong. Earnings are coming up though on it. It is on 4:30, so 4:30 Thursday. So keep an eye. Okay, Thursday the earnings are coming up, so you want to be careful on this one. But it looks like a nice little base break out of here, and came up in here. Little resistance here though. Okay, that's a little resistance, trap resistance in here. Maybe that's what it's responding to. But what I like about it is it's basing right before the resistance, so possibly could be a breakout to the upside. So that's that. So that's all your XOM is your XLE. So what I have done is, as you can see, these are all Dow 30 stocks, right? If you count them all, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you count them all, they will add up to Dow 30 stocks. The most expensive stocks out there, the stocks that have the largest cap, okay, market cap on them. These are the stocks that are basically international, right? You first thing you ask, I don't know, foreigner or anybody out of the country, they'll know what a Disney is. They'll know what J&J is, right? They're gonna know what Apple is. But these are the largest market cap stocks, so they belong to the Dow, also called as blue chip stocks, right? The most expensive or the largest cap stocks. So what I've done in here, I've divided them into each sector. After I did that, I was surprised to find I didn't find any stocks in XLU. So I actually did go into this utility sector and saw if there was any stocks that belong to this area, right? Which it didn't. So I was kind of surprised. Well, how come there is not a single stock that belongs to XLU? It's not here. But it is what it is, right? XLK, all tech stocks. XLF, all financial. XLI, all industrial, energy, basic material, your consumer discretionary, your healthcare, and the consumer staples, right? So now that you know that these are all divided up, but this is how you're going to become a better trader, right? People do analysis, but you need to go a little bit beyond that. Battery is dying. Let me just put it on charger. Right? So, excuse me. Get some water. So on here is all your stocks, right? And classified into different sectors. For let's just say that since I was talking about, you know what, your healthcare looks weaker, right? MRK, J&J, they were looking weaker. So if you're shorting J&J, let's say as a day trade, you can just type in and also track MRK at the same time, UNH at the same time, right? If you're long, financials, okay, Goldman is up. Let me just try and see JP Morgan what's JP Morgan doing? Once you have a list of these stocks built into these, sectors, you basically can put it on your list and you can pick the stronger stock that is upticking or up trading or downticking or down trading for that day. You don't have to trade J&J to the short side when your MRK is actually weaker than the J&J, right? You don't have to trade, Cisco to the long side when your Microsoft is actually even stronger than Cisco. Forget Cisco, get into Microsoft, right? Hopefully that makes sense. And the whole analysis was just, a, you know, a given to you guys, but what I'm more concentrating on is the whole thinking of it, right? How can you become a better trader rather than just taking a setup? Why not go a little step ahead and say, okay, let me think about it. If this is going to be a long, let me think about other stocks that are in the same sector, or you can just simply, trade the sector itself. So what I have done is, as you could see, put up all this together. Just email me if you want. I can send you this. If Let me type it out: info@trendtraderforyou.com. Okay, email me and then I'll send you this list. Okay, send you this the Word file, or well, I have posted onto my paid members elite group. Okay, so if you want to be part of it, you can go to my website and you can check it out. If this is something, trendtrader4.com, and just go there, check it out. If it's something that you would like to be part of, I have a Facebook group where every day I add something onto it. Then there's a chat room. Chat room is optional right now, but it's part of it. As of right now, it's part of what we're doing. You log into the chat room, and if you send me an email, I'll also hook you up with a 1 week of free trial of the chat room. You'll see how I trade. You'll see how I do the pre-market analysis, how whole top-down approach is done on most of the stocks, right? In the morning it's kind of rush, we call the trades out, but during the day we talk about a lot of other stuff. So we can talk about futures, we can talk about forex, you name it, we can talk about anything. Okay, so that's that. So give me a email and I'll send you this. Okay, so that's it, guys. That's it for now. We did analyze a few of these, right? There are a few good setups in there. You can go back and record. It's being recorded. You can see which one worked out, which one didn't work out. Okay, take care, and I'll talk to you guys later. Oh, by the way, you can also become part of I have a group, free group, right? Free group. You can become part of that. It's called Trend Trader. Come on. If you could just go online and look for, just Trend Trader or Jaspreet Bell, you'll see that I have another group which has about over 1,000 members, and they're all interacting together. Just send me a request that you want to be part of it. You can be part of that, and then if